Hello and welcome back to the Shapeshifting Detective. We are continuing our investigation and we're about to head into another chapter, hopefully protecting Alice Monroe. Maybe not. I hope we are able to save her and protect her from maybe certain death. We heard that there might not be too bad of chances that she might survive based on Lexi's Ouija board readings. But how much can we trust that? I don't know. And how much do I trust my investigation? I don't want to share. So let's get a little recap where we stand right now, and then we head into the next chapter.
We've got a new target, Alice Monroe. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn was logged into a call center system called Taratasm. I heard the recordings from last night. It's her voice. So as much as it pains me to say it, Bronwyn isn't a suspect. But Lexi and Rain still are. Rain's confirmed he met Alice at the radio station. Picking his next victim, maybe? Lexi's doing some investigating for you. As if that'll help. Rain told you about the Butcher of Birmingham. It's a thing. Made an interesting read. Those tarot readers hang out with death. His explanation of it, it's all fairy tales, so I'm not getting involved. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Okay.
And switched
That
on the
is
mic
where
next
we
to his
are
bed.
right now. Let's
wasn't
head
working.
to the next chapter.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Next chapter.
Is anyone here? He asked and waited. Again, there was no response.
Let's
But then she
visit
was-
Alice, check if she's okay. Let's visit with
Hello?
Poe.
Can you hear?
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
Are you and Monroe close?
We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things.
Okay, are you romantically involved with her?
Heavens no. I have a wife and 3 children, beloved spawn of my loins. Monroe and I are good friends, that's all.
Anyone hate Monroe?
Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea.
Okay, interesting.
Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
What's the Free Radio Project?
Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house.
Interesting. How can she afford free radios?
I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course.
Okay. So did you know Dorota Shaw?
We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger?
Well, I know it sounds very scientific, but a tarot reading predicted it.
Tarot? Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by?
Tell me about that gentleman.
I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He
It was
offered to
Rain.
do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it.
Tell me about August.
You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
Tell me more.
The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened.
Okay, so what really happened?
It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town. This one.
Okay, go on.
They slaughtered everyone. Men, women, and children. All dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in.
Huh. So where's the mass grave?
No one knows. It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church,
Or the guest house?
or right beneath our feet. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
But lacked conviction.
Well, Miss Monroe. Did you deliver a radio to the guest house?
I delivered radios all over town. I don't think I should have bothered with some of them, though. I don't think... Violet, is it? I don't think Violet liked me very much.
Why do you think that?
Maybe. I don't know why anyone would be threatened by me, though. I'm not interested in stealing anyone's man.
But maybe anyone's woman, right?
This trapped in an alien place. She always
Okay.
ran down.
Let's do our rounds. Zach. Where are you going to be the next few hours?
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest.
Well, you're not. Sounds like you're protesting.
If you've got proof, arrest me, Sam. You're reaching. I'll go where I want, not where you want me to be.
He knew. He opened his eyes.
Oscar.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions. It's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
But no. Don't you leave. Stop it.
Hopeful plea, feebly
Damn it.
delivered. Uni's reply.
Sam, I've got some heavy
That's
rain
not good.
news.
Heavy Rain news. What you got on Rain?
Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record.
Okay, what did you do?
He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist.
Oh,
Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts.
when was that?
About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you.
Oh, okay, that is
It's now 10
interesting.
o'clock. Here's your August update.
Judgment.
Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
No, we definitely keep investigating. We just
Stepping over
started.
its limp legs without
Okay.
even looking.
This is all not
Her
good.
eyes fixed on him.
Like I said before,
Waiting for what?
did
He
have some
crouched down for a
suspicions about
closer look.
Rain, so
Oh, it's you.
yeah, I mean,
I was hoping it might be Zach.
why? You know John Pope
No?
from Poe and Monroe?
Oh, him, yes. I've heard him on the radio. Never met in real life, though.
Really? He didn't deliver a free radio too?
Are you mocking me, Sam? No, I have never met the man.
Have you seen Zach lately?
No. And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up.
Okay. Important news.
Yes. If he ever shows up.
It almost sounds like a trap, if you ask me. But she's definitely lying about seeing him. Alice says she gave you a free radio.
Yes, now I remember. It's the one in the hall. Sometimes cuts through the unbearable silence in this place.
Anything else?
Not really. I expected her to be blonde for some reason.
Why is everyone saying that? Oh. Scissors. What are we doing here?
Ivan pushed her away. Not for you, Uni. He just needed a moment. He sat in silence until he could no longer hear his own breathing.
What?
Until Uni stopped pacing and sat.
What?
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach.
Okay, so if we turn up as Zach,
Both
is she
hands.
going to
Its
try
floppy
to kill
body
us?
barely as big as his.
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you?
What's going on? Are you alright?
Yeah, I always cry around this time of night.
What?
What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Lexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far. What if we can't make a change?
Oh. I'm here. Things have already changed.
Maybe. If we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her. We need to.
Any luck with Mercury?
Not really. But it wants to know why you're hesitating.
I'm not hesitating.
Mercury thinks you are. I can see its point. Alice is in danger and you're still here asking questions.
What should I be doing?
Protecting her? I'm not saying lock her in a vault and surround her by guards, but anything would be justifiable at this point. I'd at least have eyes on her and Don't trust the police to do it. They have a poor track record.
Metal. I think it's metal.
We can
We had
talk in
the
a second.
same
I have a bad
metal
feeling
in
about
one of our
Alex.
earlier shows. Do you remember?
I thought maybe that.
It must be bronze.
Correct.
I see, but
I
it's
thought for a
small
second
as well, and
that
it has 3 circles
maybe
attached.
Violet was on her way with
But
the
I'm not sure.
scissors, but
I mean,
okay, maybe not. Do you know Lawrence Petrowski?
It rings a bell, but no. Sorry, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
would they tie it around themselves, perhaps? Attach it to some leather?
Lexi? What happened with that?
It was weird. Zach thought he'd already met me. Why would that be, Sam?
I don't know. What do you?
He thought I'd gone back to have my photo taken on a bed. What sort of photographer is he?
Sleazy kind.
And you sent me there by myself, Sam. Anyway, I did find out one thing.
Okay, that's good. What's that?
He has a massive collection of books about serial killers. What's that about?
That is interesting. Do you know Lawrence Petrowski?
A who, what, Petrov's what?
Lawrence Petrowski.
No. Should I?
What can you tell me about Poe?
He's off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help.
Okay.
Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you.
Aren't you supposed to shuffle?
I shuffled before you got here. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, the 2 of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to? Maybe someone you've met recently?
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
The Lovers. I did not expect that. It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing, if you want it to be. And finally,
The Lexi
the
card?
Knight of Cups. This card is about pursuing your heart's desire. I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow, what an interesting reading.
Yeah, what a coincidence, right?
Does it mean anything to you?
No, I mean, it's nothing. Yeah, let's be honest with that. Lexi, come on.
I don't know what you mean, but maybe we should talk about it sometime.
We can do that.
Sort of looks like a whistle.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Rain.
Whistle.
Or Mr. Petrovsky. Tell me about Lawrence Petrovsky.
So that's what this is about. Chief Dupont has finally dug up my old record. I am Lawrence Petrovsky.
And the murdered girl?
Victoria Cheng. A very good painter. I didn't kill her, though. I was trying to save her.
Tell me about it.
Hong Kong. It was our 3rd encounter with a traveller. We'd managed to trap her on the roof of an apartment complex. Roughly translated, the building was called Flight, which was ironic. When the traveller realised we had it cornered, it tried to jump off. I managed to grab Victoria's ankle, but I couldn't hold on. Hong Kong being Hong Kong, there was about 37 tourists that filmed the whole thing. So to some people, it looked like I was dangling her over the edge of a building to meet her doom. I wasn't. I was trying to save her.
How do you catch a traveler?
Honestly, you don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them. Continuously trying to stop them ruining lives.
Can you force them to leave?
No, but they don't like being exposed. If Mercury pointed them out, they're already in trouble.
How can you tell they've gone?
We'd do a reading. Mercury would know.
As far as I
Sounds
can
accurate.
tell, I have the only one.
Well, I wish I hadn't seen this.
Okay.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
So are we a traveler, maybe? Oh, so many people to choose from. Let's meet Violet.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Not sure if that is a good idea, but
An Asian.
hey, what could happen, right?
Zach,
Hey.
the game is up.
Oh.
I think you should leave town.
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
That's what she did.
I was at the studio. You were at Dorota's.
Don't change the subject. Sam and Dupont will put two and two together.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You were spying on me.
I followed you there, then back to the studio. You lied to the police. You lied to me.
Uh-oh.
Done with you. We've finished. Don't come back here again.
Radio August.
Okay,
Dark
that is very
Knight.
interesting. So,
The Catch. Read by John Mark Clausen.
let's see if we now can talk to her again, or maybe to him, or maybe to Detective Dupont.
Uni standing on his chest, her mottled face inches from his.
Zach said you were at Dorota's last night.
He didn't. He was the one in her bedroom last night. I never made it that far. I just followed him to her house.
Why did you lie? Why were you following Zach?
I wrongly assumed we were in a relationship. I thought that he was cheating on me. Which he was. I saw him leave Dorota's and I followed him straight after. I don't know if anyone else was there.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
Because I was protecting Zach. This looks bad, doesn't it?
Very bad.
Robin, several blackbirds,
Oh,
usually
Violet.
downy fledglings with wide beaks and tails that hadn't.
So, I hear you have a lot of books about serial killers.
I find the whole subject fascinating. What makes them tick, nature or nurture? The FBI's behavioral science unit profiled your average serial killer as a white male in his late 20s. Not very progressive, is it?
Violet says you were at Dorota's last night.
Well, if Violet said it, it must be true. I was here last night, as I said.
White fur.
That's not very helpful.
What is that? A rat? No, not a rat.
Okay.
A cat.
Let's see what else we
Smaller
can
than a
find
cat.
out.
A
Let's do
kitten.
a round with Detective Dupont. I don't like that Oscar has gone.
Hi. Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
We're open. Blue. Pink nose. Pink ears.
Did you get a call from my doctor?
Your doctor did call.
Did you tell her I was being compliant?
I said you were taking the pills. Are you?
No. Not anymore.
I think you're supposed to take the pills, Violet.
Well, you're normally more forceful about it, Claude. You said my UFO was real. So why am I taking pills?
Oh, so he confirmed it.
I didn't say the UFO was real.
Are you trying to make me go mad? Just an hour ago, you said there was a UFO sighting. Now it's take the pills, Violet.
You said you saw other heads when you were taken.
Yes. Other girls, younger than me. Nobody I recognized. They all had red hair.
Do you think this place is nearby?
Maybe. If there's some kind of film studio or something. The place didn't look like this place. My memories are vivid and clouded at the same time.
Blood trickled along the groove of the floor tiles, and she lowered her head to lap it hungrily. Ivan pushed moment. He sat in silence until he could no longer.
Alice isn't there.
Out pacing in sat.
Chief DuPont. Grave news indeed.
Will Alice be safe with you here?
No. She wants me to keep broadcasting, which means I'll be booth-bound for most of the night. She'd be safer at home, with someone protecting her.
Can't I get someone else to handle the radio?
And murder Poe and Monroe? No, Chief DuPont. Alice couldn't take that. Not tonight. We did think of asking you to do a guest evening at some point, though, if you're interested.
No, I would. No, I don't want to dilute my brand.
I see. And that brand would be having an enormous ego that thinks they're too big to guest on our radio station.
Pretty much.
Understood. We won't ask again. Anyway, the radio calls me. If that's all.
Here than usual. Didn't I mention it?
Really nothing here?
She hadn't mentioned it. Ivan would have remembered. He lay down and closed his eyes.
I don't know.
Listening to her tearing the kit.
Don't want to use this power too recklessly, so.
I'm Poe, and this is your
achievement
update. August update.
Oh.
Alright, so what have we here today?
I actually think this one's a little bit
see if we can
clearer than other ones we've had on previous shows. John, I'm gonna be fine. Heavy metal handle, and then it's got a
He's not there.
and what looks like could have perhaps been maybe a shiny metal. And
where do you think it's from?
Where is it
area?
Not there either.
Where's this from?
Europe?
No.
Who could we change to find out something more? Quite sure. Again, I don't want to overuse this ability either. Let's see with Alice.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Alice. A weapon of combat, but then if I look at it more closely, I would say.
That's what I wanted.
Right. Well done, Monroe.
Wow.
But is
Al, I'm so sorry. You mean everything to me. I won't let you die.
Are you...
Of course I'm okay. It's you who's shrouded in darkness, my love. Elle, we must finish what we started.
What do you mean?
Us. Our love. I don't care what happens to me.
I see.
I'm going to leave her. I know I keep saying it, but this time, I really do mean it. Are you ready to spend the rest of your life with me, no matter its length?
No. Yes?
I don't know.
No.
No? Oh. Sorry. Sorry, it's me. I overindulged. Emotional. Forget what I said. Let's get through this. Let's get you safe.
I slept with Dorota.
I don't know if I want to go into this. That is interesting,
Gravity
though.
accelerates me towards the pavement, 32 stories below. Tenzin taught me that the secret
Let's see if we can now talk
was to never hit the ground.
Alice.
There's a blue steel dumpster.
Oh.
Around in there, words were spoken, fists were raised. The truth is, there was enough food for two, and
You said Poe's a good friend.
I couldn't do this without him. He looks out for me. He's my best friend.
And just friends.
What do you know, Sam?
Who says you've been romantic for 2 years?
It's true. A girl likes to keep her options open. What if someone new were to turn up in town and I realize that I like them more?
I like you too.
Then save me, Sam. You'll be richly rewarded.
Dreamtime Hotel was littered with Tenzin's white cigarette
That was an
butts,
interesting
like
conversation. I don't know what to
scattered
make of
finger
it.
bones.
As
He
with
gave
most
me
of it.
one long I watched him jump, red and gold.
Talk to the chief. Rain says he tried to save the girl.
I suppose it did look a bit like that on the video. He managed to grab her ankle as she went over, but he just didn't have the strength to hold her. Still, he kept pretty quiet about that, didn't he?
He did try to save her?
How did they even get in that position, Sam? That's the question you should be asking. Sure, he tried to save her, but did he?
Did you get a phone call from Violet's doctor?
Yeah, Dr. Tanner. She's checking up on Violet. Why are you still giving her a hard time about this? She's had it tough enough already.
Her, what did, I don't know what to ask. Both of them is valid. I think Dr. Tanner probably asked about the pills, so let's ask about this.
She's had a shopping list of medical issues. This is just the latest thing. She might seem tough on the outside, but she's frightened, Sam. About a lot of things.
What things?
The doctor said the aliens are delusions, a side effect of her previous alcoholism. She's been sober 6 months, and I don't want to change that, Sam. The neuropathy she suffered due to alcohol is causing her problems. The pills are to try to help with that, but guess they have side effects too. Memory loss. She's not a monster. Just a little girl lost.
Running around with scissors.
She was drinking to forget. She ran with a bad crowd a few years ago. They branded their backs with symbols, basically a cult. The leaders were
that's not
imprisoned,
good.
but they left a lot of baggage behind. You won't get any mileage talking to her about it, I assure you.
Do we know? Yeah. Although no, let's
Without
before we
Mother.
get a
Pen failed. Like
an
she failed
update. Let's
everything else.
try to ask Violet
By
about
lunchtime,
that.
she'd cut a small square of cheese because
Chief told me about the cult.
How do you do it, Sam? It's been just a few hours since you've arrived, and yet you've got my life story already.
I'm good. I'm from the cult. Maybe not that.
I can barely remember anything about it anymore. I drank solidly for quite a long time. Day drinking, morning drinking, afternoon drinking. According to Dr. Tanner, I've hurt my body quite a bit. My nervous system. Alcoholic neuropathy. That's why I can't really feel the tips of my fingers anymore. Most of the memories have gone now. It just took quite a bit of me with it.
mother, they had the same beady eyes, the same smug
This
expression,
is also
the same
convoluted.
touch.
I like it, but it also drives me crazy.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Her claws, her mother's claws, piercing.
Are you still
No,
drinking?
of course not. The doctor was very clear that I would hallucinate if I drank with clozapine. Trying to hold on to this reality.
Pen, cry baby Pen, pull
Well, that's good
yourself
to know.
together. And just like that, Pen pulled herself together. After
Know that he offered Lexi some alcohol. We talk to him again?
stole a breadcrumb from the kitchen counter. The parrot saw. Can't even resist a crumb. 2 months,
Nothing
Pen
there.
grew thinner than she'd ever been. Thinner and harder. There were no more soft little rolls of fat to make her tender. Just
One
thin
thing that I
skin
wanted to
and
try
hard bones.
is
And then, after a while,
visiting
not even
Alice
that.
with Violet.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
The demon really did spread like a virus. Easier.
Violet,
Oh.
I'm actually a bit tied up at the moment. Well, in danger, actually.
Why don't you like me?
Yeah.
What? I like everyone. What makes you say that?
You're trying to take Zack from me. You told Sam I didn't like you.
It's just, when I dropped the radio off at the guest house, you weren't very welcoming.
I get suspicious of free things.
There's always strings, right? Did you feel guilty about not listening? It's okay. I'm not a doctor. So we can be friends now?
Yes. Maybe.
Okay then. We can work on that. Maybe another time?
Later
okay.
she would, and there would be a
that
tidal wave to feast upon.
Explains a
and
little
this
bit their
demon was
relationship.
nothing
Let's see if I can
not
talk as
patient,
Alice to
ever
Violet.
present.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Alice.
Moment, the tipping point when she would finally cut her.
Okay, we can't.
Was a process to this. The young,
Think we might be
susceptible,
then
high-risk groups
ready
already
to get to the next chapter. Which is a good time to take a break, and then we will continue our investigation, hopefully save and protect Alice. and make sure that nothing bad happens to her. Thank you for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. If you want to go above and beyond with your support, you can check out my Patreon link down below, and I will be back with more The Shapeshifting Detective tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.